What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Polygon here, and as we can see, obviously we've had a very bearish period. Over September, there's been a lot of FUD, and in general, financial markets don't do very well in September historically. But with September now over, things are looking pretty good for that bounce that we've been looking for a good while here. Obviously, you can see here, we've got this big descending wedge, just like we've got for pretty much all cryptos, just like we did back here. This was obviously a very extended descending wedge here, which we had for a good while. We obviously got the fake out to the downside, the move back up, and then we've basically made that macro high, higher high, and we want to see that macro higher, higher low, don't we, before that continuation. But basically, Polygon, it's looking pretty damn good from what we can tell. Obviously, a lot of people have been super bearish on Polygon, but it does look as though, in our opinion, it's bottoming out. We've got a lot of bullish divergences all over the place. We've got a bullish divergence here. Obviously, our RSI coming up, but our price action still trying to get pushed further down. And the more overextended we do get, the more chance of that big reversal. If we take a look at our hourly time frame here, you can see we've got bullish divergences all over the place. Obviously, got a massive bullish divergence here, where we did see ourselves coming back to the upside like this. And we've been getting oversold and oversold a bunch of times here. Basically, we've been rolling over, making lower highs, but we've been, essentially holding the same level of support. But considering how many bullish divergences we are seeing here, there's obviously a massive bullish divergence on our histogram. We're losing momentum to the downside overall on our hourly time frame, aren't we? If we just zoom out a bit more here, you can see what's been going on. And it seems quite likely, in our opinion, that we're probably going to be seeing, a decent bounce pretty damn soon from what we can tell. As you can see here, every single time that we have got really oversold, we are seeing that bounce. And it does look as though, from what we can tell, that, look how bullish this chart is, by the way. That Polygon is probably going to get that bounce pretty soon. I mean, if we just take a look at our Fib retracements here, we can get a bit more of an idea of what's going on. Currently looking to hold that 038 as support here, as you can see. We've been wicking back up above that level for a good what is this, week now. With the fake out to the downside, the big pump up, we've come down and we've been trying to retest this area as support, haven't we? This very key area that we have been talking about for a good while. If we just highlight this area here, you'll see what we mean. There's basically a very key kind of area of structure here, which we said would be key literally months ago when we were talking about Polygon here, on the way down and then on the way back up. You can see here we've come back down into this range. And, we're potentially going to roll over here and continue to the downside inside this descending wedge unless we get that big reversal. But, as we always say, we're only one big Bitcoin pump away from essentially making that macro higher high, higher low. And then if this is the bottom, that next higher high, we're going to be looking at some very nice price targets for Polygon indeed. So a lot of people are feeling super bearish on the markets right now. But personally, we do think things are going pretty damn well. We've obviously had a massive run up for Polygon from around, what was it, $1.5, 2 cents, all the way up to $2.70. We come back down and retest some support in and around, what is that, 60. It came all the way down to around 60 cents. Another pump up to $1.80. And basically it looks as though we're just doing this where we're coiling up for a big move, aren't we? On a more macro time scale like this, I mean, if we just draw in some potential levels, you can see here we might be doing something like this maybe, where essentially we're coiling up in a big pennant, potentially for a move like this. And if we do get that bounce, we could come back up to the top of the pennant at around 155, coil up to the apex and then get that big move. Obviously, if we did get that big move to the upside and this was some kind of pennant with a flagpole, you can see we'd come well past the all-time high, up to around, what is that, $4? $4.15, up to around that 127 extension on our Fibonacci extensions here. Coming up to around that $4 level would be very nice. So we're not saying this is definitely going to happen, but it does look as though we're definitely coiling up. The price action doing something like this over the past few months. Ever since May, we've had, big bearish period, a bit of a rally, and then we're rolling over again. If we do get another rally here and coil to the apex and start moving to the upside for the last bit of the bull run, then we could be looking at some very nice price targets indeed for Polygon. So we'll keep things short and sweet. Price predictions. We do really think that Polygon, it's a really good quality project, isn't it? It keeps getting more and more integrations, more partnerships, and it's a project that just works really well. So considering how bad Ethereum is currently, we'd probably expect this to be doing pretty damn well very soon. But obviously, if we do roll over from this point here, we're looking for our next level of resistance and our next level of support. Probably coming down to around the 0.23 here, around 88 to 90 cents before we do get that scoop up of the price action. But if we do bottom out here and start to get that bounce to the upside and we break this resistance here, retest the support, etc., etc., we're obviously looking to reclaim our EMAs and the 0.50 here around 130. Getting back up towards that 618 at around 155, 150 to 155 area, and then they're getting that continuation and basically making that higher high, higher low, higher high, and continuation like this basically. So things looking really good in our opinion, but it does seem quite likely that we're looking pretty bearish, but it's only going to take one big pump to the upside for things to be getting back underway. And going into October, we would expect that Bitcoin's probably going to start to pick up and drag the market up. So long-term price predictions as well. We think $5 to $10 by the end of the bull run for Polygon, very reasonable indeed. With an all-time high of around $2.70, that would only be around a 2 to 4x from the all-time high. Obviously, we're at around $1.10 right now, so it'd be around a 5 to 10x from the current price. But we really do think this is possible, considering once we start to pump again, Polygon clearly is a project that runs very, very quickly. As you can see here, it ran up a massive amount in a few months. And we probably expect that this is possible again in the near future. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below. And don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.